Hey everybody, this is Dr. Clark. I wanted to record this short video. This video is in reference to the outline assignment that you guys recently submitted. And the outline assignment, again, was a part of your effort in according to step one to think strategically and thoroughly about the work that you are working on. So the first step was to complete the project plan, which required you to think ahead of time about what you need to accomplish and complete. And the second part of this was to complete the project outline. Now, let me just do a few things to help you process what's going on. So, outline, there is a sample outline provided, and you can see this link here where it says creating an outline. You go there. There are a couple of videos that have been recorded, and it takes you here. You can watch those videos, but also I think this particular link, Effective Writing Center Student Resources, goes into what an outline could look like, as well as providing a sample. But I wanted to just give you an idea of what an outline looks like. So many of you just did outline with just the top line stuff. And so to give you an example of what this looks like, I'm just going to do a quick outline about a topic that I haven't thought about before doing this video, but I just wanted to walk through what it looks like. So for instance, I am in the process of working with my team to do some basic data entry, and we have several data records that we need to submit into our new data system that didn't get transferred over with the data migration effort. So then I asked my team leads to create a project plan for what needs to get done. Now, if I am thinking about a project plan or an outline, in many cases they're one and the same. If you remember, the project plan has the project name, the task, and then the subtasks. An outline is the same way. So here's an example of an outline. If I was to submit a report, if someone was to submit a report to me and ask for an outline of what they're going to be doing, here's an example. So I'm going to create this structure here. I'll use this one. Let's see here. I'll use this. So what we do know, let me just say here, the project name is data entry. And what I do know so far, if I am submitting an outline to me, if I was the one reporting to me, there will be a few things I want to talk about. Okay, what is the project about? What else comes to mind? Process, the process for executing the project, and the, I don't want to say goal because then we'll cover that in section one, but what outcome are we looking for? Let's see the outcome of this project. So that's a simple top line outline. However, an outline has multiple levels. So in this instance, I'm going to talk a little bit more deeper about this particular topic, which is what is the project about. All right. So if I'm going to write about what this project is about, I want to know the purpose of the project, what needs to be accomplished, the problem statement, and notice, right? I'm just thinking out loud as I'm writing this, as I'm recording. Just because I'm writing in this order doesn't mean these items will stay in this order. Some things probably should happen before other things, but I'm getting thoughts out and I'm putting them in an outline format. And let me put this here, the source of the data. And in some instances, right, some stuff requires more information. So for instance, the source of the data. Who has the data? Is the data accurate? Can the data be uploaded? Again, I'm just writing down thoughts. As you get your outline together and begin to add more detail, you want to not only put these items in appropriate order in terms of what flows with the paper or your project plan, but you also want to write it in a way that is coherent, that is readable, etc. And so just as I did for item 1D, and I went to detail, you want to continue to go into detail for every item here on your outline. Many of you only focused on the header of the outline. That's not an outline. That's just a table of contents with no information. So you want to continue to go into detail. The reason why is the assignments are looking to push you to be thoughtful about what's happening with your project that you're going to be submitting for project 2. Project 2 culminates in step 12. And the opening line here online is the final deliverable should include the work from all steps and should reflect the feedback you received from your instructor on the interim deliverables that you submitted. This is the key. And this is what I believe UMUC is trying to provide you with, which is a simple, systematic, organized, structured way of completing all your assignments by simply following the schedule and completing the task at hand on time and putting them all together when you make your final submission. So if you think about it, you're submitting all of these steps along the way throughout the semester, which will culminate into the submission of the final deliverable. The final deliverable is not a paper that is written at the last minute. Ideally, if you're putting all the pieces together and you're collecting the feedback you received from me along the way and making the proper adjustments, your final submission really should be a piece of cake and should be complete with my feedback. And if done correctly, really should not, your step 12 shouldn't get any feedback from me because it should have been incorporated already, and you would have a final product that is worthy of submission and a green or a yellow, preferably a green. So I wanted to give that example to help you guys out. I started grading the outlines. I got through half of them and just noticed the trend. And I wanted to record this video. Here's the other thing about the project plan. I just sent the email about this as well. Many of you saw the template I provided, and a number of you copied exactly word for word or most of the words and put it into your update. That's not what I'm looking for. All your work needs to be original. When I share templates, it's not meant for you to copy and say, oh, this is what the professor wants. No, this was the work of a student who did it the right way and thoroughly and thought about it. And I asked her permission to share it, and she gave me her permission. It was meant to give you some encouragement and some perspective on how to think deeply about the assignments so that you can put your work together. With any project, whether it's in a semester in school or in your profession, you start with the plan. And these are the things that I encourage my own team with. You start with the plan. You just don't start doing the work. You plan out your steps systematically from beginning to end, and you work your way back to make sure you have the right dates, everything is can be feasibly done in the time frame that's allotted to you. Once you have a solid plan, it's much more easier to check off each task so that you can say, I've done this. Now, the secret to all of this with your project plan is if you took the opportunity to look at all of your assignments and all of the steps that you have to accomplish, you would have noticed all of the little things you needed to do that that you can populate your project plan with. The same goes with your project outline. Your project outline and the situational audit. The situational audit is nothing more than the complete steps of 1 through 11. So hopefully this is helpful. If you have questions, you guys, a number of you have emailed me and reached out to me. Continue to do so. But as I see trends among you all that represents a number of you, I will record a video because it's much more easier to do that and to give you my thoughts on that without sending a long email. Alrighty, have a great weekend.